cheer team.
We put the right side out there.
That's perfect.
Sorry.
Wow. Thank you.
In the West Coast Conference women's basketball second round contest, the 5th seed LMU Lions defeat number 9 San Francisco 66-45. With the victory, LMU will move on to the 3rd round tomorrow, Saturday. They will take on 4th seed St. Mary's at 1 p.m. Pacific. We're joined now by LMU head coach Charity Elliott, along with student athlete Jasmine Jones. Coach, we'd like to begin with you, please. An opening statement on the win.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I just want to first say that San Francisco played their life. They played so hard. They compete so hard. And we knew it was going to be a battle, and we knew it was going to be tough because it always is. And I'm just really proud of our team. I thought we came out with a lot of focus, intensity, energy, all the things that you have to be successful. We kept talking about basketball is a game of runs. There's going to be some runs. We're gonna, they're gonna punch. We got to punch back. And I thought we did a nice job of being steady, and then delivering a couple of punch backs.
Thank you. We'll take questions from media members. If you got one, raise your hand. We'll get a mic over to you. Let us know your name and affiliation before you ask your question, please. Start with John here in the second row.
Hi, John Krempacker, West Coast Conference Sports. To Jasmine, how would you characterize the quality of your play as a team end of the 3rd period into the 4th, where you really stretched out the lead? What were you doing right in that period of time?
Sorry. We were just telling ourselves not the end of the game. Keep playing hard, keep fighting. Of course, everything doesn't go your way, so you have to punch back, like Coach says, and play for each other. You don't want this to be your last time playing. So I think we did a good job of doing that.
I was really, if I can just jump in there, I was really impressed with when the coaches came into the huddle during a timeout. I mean, the things the team was saying to each other, it gave me tremendous confidence. They knew what they needed to do. They had the right mindset. They were saying the right things. And it was really a proud moment for me to see them saying all those things, and just the buy-in and the eyes. I could just really see it in their eyes.
Additional questions for LMU? John?
Charity, any thoughts on playing St. Mary's tomorrow? What do you have to do to get a second win here?
Well, I mean, again, there's no team in this conference that is not capable of beating any other team. I think that's been demonstrated. St. Mary's is a tough opponent. They play very hard. They run a system, and they do it really well. It's going to be a formidable challenge for us, but I like where our team is. I like the energy that we're building off of from today. And it's March. I mean, anything can happen. They're going to be ready to play. We're going to be ready to play, and I expect it to be a great game.
Any other questions for LMU? John?
Yeah, Jasmine, if I could get your assessment of St. Mary's from a player's perspective on what you have to do to be successful.
Of course. So St. Mary's is a tough team, as we all know. Our thing, we need to rebound. Rebound is key to a lot of games, but St. Mary's crashes hard, and we have to get out on their shooters, of course. We just have to play hard. We just have to play hard, and of course, the team who plays the hardest wins the game. So that's my take. Our defense is key.
Isn't she good?
Congrats on the win. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Get that fixed. Sorry about that.
Oh, I see.
I
Trust me, I do.
Trust me, I do.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Watch your step. Crook. Crook. Check that. Oops, sorry. Wasn't a great toss. Thank you.
Yeah. It's just on mute right now. Okay.
Good thing with these women's games, you got an extra 10 minutes, so we got tons of time. Extra hour of sleep.
Did you see the finger on it? So good. Was what? Gotcha. Is that in the schedule?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's next. It's like a week from now. It's that
We'll check it out.
cool. Like, so we approved it, but I don't know if we changed it on the website.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Thank you. How are you? walk back there and for the first team we do, but second team it's kind of harder. I mean, we're texting like, let's go, and they're like trying. So if you want to go grab her, feel free. Thank you. Perfect, thank you. No, for sure, I get it. For sure, totally get it. Right, 2 extra minutes isn't gonna, yeah. John, the next game starts in about 10 minutes, so we can be quick. They're on their way finally. Okay. Mark couldn't get her out, I guess. Yeah, I would have. Thanks, John.
Hey, Jeff, did you switch those graphics yourself over there?
This?
Yeah.
Why do you say that? It's magic.
I'm just wondering, you're a jack of all trades. You don't have someone to do that?
We have people. We have people. Actually, Alex, who's standing right here, literally crawls back behind there and flips the switch.
Back in the day, Jeff would have to hand off the microphone, and you'd have to switch the graphics.
Oh, yeah. Well, now we have Alex. We're good.
Yeah, I'm like calling this stuff.
Hi, John.
Joining us from San Francisco, head coach Molly Goodenbauer, along with student athlete Nia Alexander. Coach, your opening statement on the game, please.
Yeah, I think we gave everything we had today. The format of this tournament is, you get your seed based on what you've accomplished over the course of the year, and we're a 9th seed, so we're in a really tough position where you have to play, and then if you win and get an opportunity to play, you have to play the next day and then the next day, and we knew this would be a big challenge for us. We're missing our starting point guard, our senior. We're played a tough game the day before with a limited rotation, so these guys, I'm very, very proud of them. I think they have, in a lot of ways, exceeded expectations because of our youth, and I think they've grown tremendously over the course of the season. And I think, the best thing about them is, that they just genuinely care about one another. They are genuinely happy for each other's successes, and you saw how hard they worked the last 2 days on the court. This is what they do every day. And this is an expectation that they have of one another, and I think if we can continue to do that, these guys are going to be very successful over their careers.
Take questions for Coach or for Nia, please. John?
John Krempacker, West Coast Conference Sports, to Nia. my expert analysis was that it looked like your team sort of ran out of steam in that late third period, carrying into the fourth. Was that the case? You, as Molly said, you'd given all you had, but came up a little short during that period.
Yeah, that's a bit of what happened, but I think a lot of it has to do with the experience as well. Not only were we tired, but I think we haven't had those type of situations that often. Our team's very young. Even myself, this is my second year playing, but my first year really playing a lot. But I think this experience will help us grow as a team, and we can take it as a learning lesson and get better next year.
We'll go to Mark in the front.
Mark Rivera with the University of San Francisco. Molly, just talk about the momentum from this weekend carrying into next year, both experience and even the taste of victory, and how that goes into next year. Yeah, no, I think we, over the course of our conference season, I think with the youth that we had and the, just the lack of experience, as Nia said, Nia's been in the program for 3 years now, but really this is her first full year of competing. I think that we got a little worn down over the course of the conference season because it's a lot, and we had a lot of kids that got a little bit overwhelmed. So I was really, yesterday, if you would have asked me, her dad didn't come to the game, my husband didn't come to the game. Nobody really thought, we had much of a chance based on how we had played those last few games of the year. But, and even in our practice prior to our starting team the day before, didn't have a great practice. So to see them come out and play with the energy that they had and the confidence that they had, and then to be down and to come back and to find a way to win the game yesterday, and then to come out today and play for 40 minutes and be still able to want to press and able to find the energy to press and get them to turn the, they called the time, they're up 20, they called the timeout with 3 minutes left in the game because we were pressing them. So, these guys never stop competing, and we talked about that in the locker room, that is exactly what needs to carry over to next season. We'll do our jobs as coaches and recruiters to bring in people who will help and complement what we already have, but the foundation is very much here if they want to embrace that. And I think this last 2 games of the season, this experience they got in the conference tournament, certainly shows the potential for what they can be. Now it's really up to them to continue to take ownership of their program and to continue to grow and develop over the spring and summer and next season.
Any other questions for San Francisco? Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, John. Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Just watch your step. So we're good till the end of this whole next game, so 2 hours or whatever. Okay. How was that? Yeah, perfect. It's absolutely perfect.